Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Tonight we are talking about the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case, he is a 15-year-old boy from Hendersonville, Tennessee. He has been missing since February of 2024. Still no clue about where he is, although we all have our opinions on that for sure. We're going to be talking about all of that and the secret recording that Hatfield and McCoy's did. And I'm going to hear it with you here for the very first time on the other side of this.
No fluff, just a real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Give me 1 second. I can't stand this thing. One second. I can't do Nope. Can't take it. I don't like that thing. Don't like it. Mm-mm. Oh, it's going to be returned. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We are talking about the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. There is a recording that is been out, well, just recently released, and I want to talk about it. So, guys, before we get started, please do me a favor. Please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate that. Consider sharing the live out as well. Would really, really appreciate that. Is that Chris? Is that Chris? Yeah, that's me. Do I have that bite? Oh my God! Look at Chris. Is that Chris? I'm such a doofus sometimes. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really, really do appreciate you. War, thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate you for giving me pearl necklaces. Thank you so much, my dear. if you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you thank our dear War Eagle for gifting five of those pearl necklaces. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you, War. And Holly, thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Thank you for being number 260. Pink, thank you so much for that. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Hey, Shannon. There you girl. How you doing? Thank you, baby. Appreciate you very much. Good to see you. Uh-oh, my camera's gonna go. Damn. Guys, can y'all give me a few seconds so I can fix my camera? It just died. 1 second. Okay. Again, 2 seconds here. I think we got it. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you again, Shannon. Really do appreciate you, my friend. You are well, Miss Shannon. Thank you so much, babies. You're so precious. Yes, please hit that thumbs up. So Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers has been missing from his Hendersonville home since how many months? We were a year in February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 18 months? Year and a half? Yeah, year and a half. Oh my God. And guys, if you are in the Tennessee area, please go tomorrow if you can and support Seth if you can. He would very, very, very much appreciate that. Very much. I can only imagine the frustration that he is going through, and he was there today, but tomorrow and the next couple of days, I think they're going to be in the area. There, does someone know that channel name that is there with them right now? She's been recording while she was there. God, I wish I knew the channel name. If anyone knows the channel, please put it in the chat if you don't mind. It's astrology something. There we go. Astrology Mystic. If a mod could get that link to her channel, you can sub up to Astrology for Mystics with Jen. Okay. So there's that. Oh, thank you, January, best investigator with the biggest heart. Thank you, lovies. I appreciate you, dear January. You're very kind to me, my love. Thank you so much for your support. Truly, thank you, honey. Thank you, lady, for leaving your DNA on that thumbs. So, there's a lot of theories. It was a very divisive case here on social media. This case has been with different theories on what happened to Sebastian. I mean, you guys who've watched me long enough know my theory. It hasn't changed since pretty much day one. Uh, some people believe Sebastian just walked out of the house without. Sebastian has autism, and it is true that autistic children will walk out of the house on their own, but they generally do that before they're 15 years old. And when they do, they leave evidence, some sort, someone sees them, they are on camera, something to that effect, right? Just like our little guy today was found in Louisiana, New Orleans area, and he suffered from like, I don't want to say he didn't suffer. Forgive me for saying that, but he has he had profound autism, and he wasn't able to speak or anything like that. He went through his window, and there was plenty of video in that neighborhood that proved so. Right. Yes. Little Brian. Cece, if you can just stop for a few minutes, he would so appreciate that support. He really would. He would really appreciate that support. Some people believe that Sebastian walked out on his own. Some people believe that a stranger abducted him. Some people believe that it is someone in the home that he lived in when he wasn't with his bio dad on the weekends. There is even people that believe that the bio dad has something to do with it, even though he was at work. But still, nonetheless, they have their theories. I'm just trying to mention everything. There are people that believe that the mom may have hired someone to do something with Sebastian at the Sebastian was, and his mom, Katie, was seen at the steakhouse, the Texas steakhouse, prior to them going home that evening. And some people believe that individuals there may have taken him, even though I can tell you one thing. There's very few things I can tell you 100% in this case. And that is nothing at the steakhouse has anything to do with Sebastian missing. Like, as far as anyone taking him. That. Another thing I can tell you is that I have an email directly from the investigator in Sebastian's case. And he did tell me that this is a criminal investigation. So I still call this a criminal investigation because I got the email directly from him. So there's that. Yeah, I've covered Jonathan. Absolutely, I've covered Jonathan. Yeah. And I hope Jonathan's found too. It's been a lot lately, to say the least. I don't know if anyone did today, CC, because I don't think he really wanted any. I think today he was just doing it on his own, from what he didn't tell anybody really. but I know a lot of us have worked very, very hard. Do I think law enforcement is corrupt? I don't think that they're necessarily corrupt. I think that, how do I say this? In my opinion, I don't think a lot of them are qualified to handle this case, in my opinion, just my opinion. And I think if it was given to the TBI, more could be done, in my opinion. And I'm not, definitely the FBI. But needless to say, our friends Hatfield McCoy's Museum and Adventures link is provided in the description. Sheila and Fred, wonderful, wonderful people. Truly. And Fred is former law enforcement. He spoke with Edgar quite a while back, and he just recently dropped this video. And so I want to talk about it tonight. I have not heard this because I want to give my genuine reaction. And that's what I'm going to do. So please, yeah, they're wonderful, wonderful people. So please sub up to Hatfield's and McCoy's Museum Adventures. They get boots on the ground. They just care about the kids, which is a really rare thing in this community. They don't do the drama. They're one of the few that just doesn't do all of that, especially in this case. So good people. You can think what you want. I mean, I just tell my opinion. So if you don't like that opinion, that's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine with you having a different opinion, of course. We don't have to agree. Thank you so much, Bliss. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much, Bliss. Really do appreciate you, honey. Good to see you, Bliss. Thank you so much. And Lady, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Good to see you, Miss Lady. Lady. And thank you, Sharon. Good to see you, my dear. Please, if you are local, stop by Sumner LE Station and support Seth. We will be there every day, including Friday. Blessings, everyone. Thank you so much, Sharon, for that. I appreciate you. Thank you for that message. Yes, thank you so much. Hello, my darling. I canceled this twice because your mods blocked me. I don't know. I don't know. My mods, we really don't have very many people blocked. I think I have less than 70, 80 people blocked, and they're usually like spammers. So I've never seen you. You're definitely not blocked now. Definitely not blocked now. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, dear. And thank you, Nanette, as well. Appreciate you for renewing your membership, my dear. Yep. You're not blocked if I see you. So I think sometimes people think that they're blocked and they're not. And yeah, listen to Sherry. And sometimes it's an accident. And I can assure you, Sherry's here every live, just about. God bless her. And she's got a big heart, and she has been blocked twice. It's nothing ever personal, for sure. All right, moving along here. Not yet, Gypsy. Not yet. So we're going to listen to this call that Edgar known as Christopher, Sebastian's stepfather, who is speaking to Fred. Thank you, Perfectly Imperfect. That's exactly right. Thank you for 4 months, first of all, my friend. Admitting your inexperience isn't failure, just means your county doesn't see this kind of thing. Pass it on to the U.S. Marshals. Pass it on to someone, right? So let's hear it.
Watching some of these videos and some of these people that's doing these, always let it go to voicemail. Here, knew that it was you when it rang. We don't answer. I always let it go to voicemail. And I seen Nashville, and I told Sheila, I said, Chris,
Yep.
what about that?
He just told me.
Thanks for calling us, pal.
You're welcome, sir.
Thanks for calling us. I hope we're right, but we think you and Katie's been treated wrongly. We've been watching some of these videos and some of these people that's doing these shows, and until people's proven to have done something or something like that, there's so many.
And he knows how to talk to people. He's a former police officer, so he's really good at it. He's got the down, down to earth speech, right? And he is right. There has been no one. There's not a named suspect in, at least publicly, in this case. People has opinions, but there's not been anyone named as a suspect, even though it is a criminal case, because I've got the email that says it is. So I'd say what the detective sent me. So there's that. But there is no specific person or persons that are named.
Rumors out there, and how do you defend
And so everyone is innocent until and unless proven guilty.
against it? And we wanted to be able to maybe sit down and talk to you all one day. I'm a 40-year retired police officer, and I've solved a few cases in my day. But Sheila and I, we found this body a while back. We're both retired. And we found this shooter on I-75 that had shot those 5 people, and it took us 6 days, and I just had a total change in my Christian life.
Yep.
And when I started on this Sebastian, people started texting us and say, check on Sebastian. We wasn't familiar with it. And then the more we start checking, the more I see that I used to use the F-bomb myself. I used to use some language, and I used to be real outspoken and tell people, you remind me of myself. And unless people's been accused of something, or how would they react? So anyway, our thing is that we're just, me and Sheila just want to see if someday we could chat with you and Katie, and we don't have to have no cameras or nothing else. We just want to be able to sit down and see if we can help some way, at least to clear up some of the misconceptions that people has.
It's honestly, it just gets to the point where everybody has said so much. We just, that's why we've kind of pushed away from the public eye and talking and getting out there. It's just,
I mean,
there's I'll give you what I can. There's some things I can't give you.
Understandable.
Because that's law enforcement asks us not to. Sure.
That's understandable.
Sure.
Yes, you would be correct as far as.
And I disagree with that. I don't believe law enforcement ever told any of them that they couldn't give any specific information. This is the type of thing that many people say.
us physically being out in the woods with everybody in the initial days and all this about searching, law enforcement said, we do not want you out. We do not want you getting in the middle of it because of.
Now, again, I can understand in the first few days, especially, or week, that they may not want parents to be out there. But I'll be honest with you, for me, it wouldn't stop me. But I give anyone grace, for the first, week or so, that they don't, want anybody seeing that, of course, if they're found, or disturbing evidence.
Something comes about and we need to talk to you or get a hold of you, we know where to find you. Now,
Makes sense.
that was said to all three parents, Seth, Katie, and myself. And we did exactly.
Now, that was not ever said to, Seth, that he couldn't talk or anything about the case.
What they asked.
Sure.
Seth he's a grieving father. He's upset. He's missing his son. I'm not going to speak for how he feels. I'm not going to try to explain why or what he is doing, why he's doing what he's doing. I don't know. When it comes to Katie and myself, we've literally listened to everything that law enforcement says as. And it doesn't matter what it is. Like if they want something, they send me a message, send Katie a message, and they get it.
Sure.
I mean, it's not even a question. I mean, if you want something, what do you want?
Guys, give me 2 seconds. I'm glitching here. Just give me 2 seconds. I do apologize for that. We'll pick up where we just left off right there.
Come get it.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll bring it to you. Whatever it is, I don't care. We've been like that since day one. And
Seth is a grieving father. My opinion says so much. Yeah. Yep, I agree. Where's the buzzer?
it just.
Well, we got the buzzer and we got a buzzard.
It's a constant battle with people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
We understand that. We had a lady called the other night, text Sheila from West Virginia, and said she's got some information, said y'all need to contact me. And I told Sheila, I said, ask her what part, her phone showed up West Virginia, and I said, ask her what part of Hendersonville she's from and where she has searched at down there. And she wrote back and said, no, I'm not from down that area. I haven't been down there. And then Sheila told her, said, we're sorry, dear. There's so many rumors out there. We don't need more rumors. We're talking to people that know something about it, because all she's going to do is tell us what she has watched on a video or read in the paper. And that's not how you solve cases or work cases, or it's just not. But
with this case and with Summer Wells' case particularly, I have heard everything, and I mean everything. Just you name it, I have heard it. Very conspiracy. Most cases are the most simplest of explanations, generally. Whether that is he walked out the door, or there is foul play, but this took place and this took place. It's usually not this big orchestrated thing.
Well, everybody's upset. Like, I mean, so when you said me at work and all this, okay, well, I'm working in Memphis. I'm sitting in a tower crane as we speak right now.
Sure.
What's that?
In Memphis on the St. Jude project. You know, I just left my house last night actually from Hendersonville to come back to work.
Sure.
But, you know, when all this initially went down, you know, we called law enforcement.
About a week
You
ago
know, people
back.
have a hard time understanding, well, why you call 911? Because I don't need 911 when I know that I can call directly to the dispatch desk and get a dispatcher.
In my opinion, Sebastian, I feel like someone snapped, and I think his life was micromanaged, as in everything, in my opinion. And I think he was at that age where they get a little lippy. Teenagers do. And they can rebel. And I think that can be very, very difficult for someone who is an egomaniac to begin with, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you're out in the county. We understand it. You're out in the sheriff's department boundary. You won't be in the. Yeah,
I don't know.
I heard that, but I talked Sheila and I talked about that. Why would you have to call if you know the number directly? Call the sheriff's office.
Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff that everybody doesn't, you know.
Very good point, Serenity. I thought he wasn't working in Memphis anymore when this call was done. You're right. He was supposedly, allegedly working in Nashville. Correct. If this is in October of 2024, bingo. Very good point. That's what it seems like. I'll be honest with you. I think once the thing I would personally, I wish Fred would not have said in this call was that he was a former law enforcement officer. I think right there set up an instant card, but that's just my opinion.
I'm sorry. I know where I live. I know the numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sake, I mean, every parent should know your area. You should know your fire department. My fire department is the whole.
Listen, I don't know my fire department number. I don't know the non-emergency number. I don't need to necessarily know those numbers. If I need it, I guess I'll Google it, but you can call 911 regardless. What do you mean, was the call not recorded? This is the recording, honey. Nobody calls. So if you're not familiar with this case, the stepfather claims that he was 3.5 hours away when Sebastian vanished. And the mom calls the stepdad 3.5 hours away and doesn't call the bio dad to see if Sebastian's with him or if he's heard from him. She calls the stepfather, who's 3.5 hours away, he claims, and says, I can't find him. And when she says, what do you mean you can't find him? she says, I can't find our son. And he said, so I called the sheriff's office. I've got a recording of calling the sheriff's office the same time of morning that he called the sheriff's office. Hi, you've reached the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. So that didn't get him anywhere. And then he allegedly hangs up and calls the 911 non-emergency number, which is bullshit. No other way to put it. It's bullshit. I can't think of a bigger emergency than allegedly waking up of the morning and your child not being in the bed, not being in the home, and has never done that before. And they do it on a 3-way call. Allegedly. They do it on a 3-way call, which is very smart. I mean, it's stupid, but it's very smart, intelligent, in my opinion, for them to do that. Because, in my opinion, by that time, Edgar could potentially be rolling back into Memphis, and it's going to show his location. Where they did the call, and it's going to show his location. It's going to show mom's location, perhaps. And so they didn't call the emergency number. They called the non-emergency number. And he claimed that in this area, you have, when you call 911, they transfer you to this, they transfer you to that, and it's just a big deal. You know how calling 911 is so fucking complicated. They give you 3 digits to remember. It's not a complicated process, and they never make it complicated because it's an emergency. You can't think clearly whenever something crazy is going on in your life, right? So that's why it's only a 3-digit number. They're not going to transfer you and say, please hold, your call will be transferred in the order it was received. No. You call, what can I help you with? What's going on? What's your address? That's all they need. I have spoken to 2 other people in that neighborhood that has had to call 911 for various reasons. And they say, no, you just call 911 and they come out.
Volunteer that's less than a quarter of a mile from my front door.
Sure,
I mean, that's my fire department. It's my EMS right there.
sure,
Okay.
sure. We came down a while back and just walked. Well, I don't know. Well, like I said, I've had my wife's been a Christian all of her life and all this and that, and I've really this last thing we worked, I've seen everything in the world in 40 years, but for some reason it really affected me, and the good Lord's just blessed me. And again, you never know about things. If you're innocent, can you imagine what an injustice
Absolutely,
that you've been
Bogey.
done during all? And that was Sheila and my thing was, and again, I know you're busy. I know you work all the time. I know you, but I think that Sheila and I could, if you and Katie ever get a chance and get a couple hours where we could come down and visit with you. And if you can't, that's understandable. You've done more than I probably expected just calling us, but
Yeah.
I think we could do.
Believe it or not, I mean, it would have, I am not away from the idea of sitting down and having a conversation with people. And I've told people in the beginning, I will have conversations with people And I just tell everybody, I'm brash, I'm direct, but I'm respectful.
That's Fred McCoy, buddy.
It's just the way I was raised. You know,
Well, that military.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the other part of it is I don't have time to sugarcoat people's cookies for me. That's not me. You know, I used to be like that. I'm trying to change. Sheila's, and the good Lord's changing me on that part. But I'm telling you, people used to say one thing about Fred McCoy: you don't have to go to the country store to find out what he thinks about you. He'll tell you to your face. And that, see, I respect people like that. I just think that people need to see a different angle, from a police officer's perspective, from Sheila. Sheila's a retired school teacher and you know, Sheila's we've got a nephew that's autistic, and she's dealt with schools and school systems. Again, me and Sheila just thought that you all had, and Katie, the both of you, at least the person, I'm not going to say we're on your side. We're not on nobody's side, but I guarantee you that your side would get to be heard. From what I understand, he was in the Navy. Yes.
Haven't they heard?
16 years.
Yeah, 16 years. Well, haven't you never heard he does like a sailor? They used to tell me you curse like a sailor, but I was a Marine. But so you and Katie talk if you get a chance, and you.
Yep, he was in the Navy, and that being said, I'm not going to say it. Just never mind.
All ever feel like it. Once you're accused, you know, parents already know, Chris, that we're looked at. If something happens to our children today, they would be looking at me and Sheila. That's just the way we do in police work. And a lot of times that is the case, no doubt. We've got some good questions, and I think you and Katie could put a lot of stuff to rest.
Well, I mean, me and Katie both taken polygraph tests with law enforcement. And we both passed our polygraph test.
You didn't take it with Nancy, did you? You didn't take it with Nancy. So I am not so sure that I'm not convinced that he ever taken a polygraph test. That's just me personally.
Seth, as I don't know, I only from what I've been told, Seth took a polygraph test through Nancy Grace's TV show.
Okay.
I was advised by TBI not to do that. So that's part of the big thing.
If anyone believes that he was advised not to take a polygraph, they don't give a wooden nickel where you take a polygraph test, Edgar, because it doesn't hold up in Nancy Grace's show, and it doesn't hold up in the police station either. So you can take as many polygraphs as you want. You can take them till the day of judgment, and it doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. Never has, never will. In my opinion, this is my opinion, I don't think he ever took a polygraph test. I do believe Katie took a polygraph. I don't believe Edgar took a polygraph. And I think, in my opinion, that he didn't want those results exposed on national television. Just my opinion.
They're all upset because, you know, I told Nancy Grace that I would do it. And then when I went and talked to TBI, they said, no, don't recommend you do it. Okay, then that means I'm not doing it. Yeah. So I'll take it to TBI.
I have an email directly from the investigator that is on this case still today. And he says that we cannot tell them what they can and can't do. Period. We knew that, but it was just really refreshing to hear that from the investigator. So we know. Not true. Police are not there to advise you of anything. They are not attorneys. Attorneys advise. They cannot give you advice and will not ever give you advice. Period.
Yeah, so that's what they did.
Hey, you did take one and passed it.
Oh, yes, sir.
See, that's what.
Sure did.
See, that's things that people. The last I heard that you offered, and that's why you've been an injustice, because that you offered on Nancy Grace. You had time and place, and then when they offered it, that you backed out on it, and you'd never
And that's exactly what happened.
take them
But
one.
see, here's the other part that Nancy Grace has never said either. So her producer, Rachel, at the time, I was in contact with her and told her, I said, look, TBI has advised me not to take y'all's right away, to take theirs first.
Why would, first of all, why wouldn't you? Let me tell you something. In my opinion, if Edgar was confident whatsoever that it would come across the television banner, Edgar passed polygraph, he would have jumped on it. So full of shit. So full of shit. He wants to blame Nancy or Nancy's producer. No.
And if everything is good, then I don't need to take one with y'all. So let me deal with them first, because it is in their investigation. And she was like, no, I completely understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had that conversation with her producer.
No.
And I also had a conversation. I'm going to mess his name up. I don't know if it's Zappleton or something. She had another producer that she also uses. And I've had a conversation with him. And but none of that has been divulged to the public. None of it.
Divulged.
You know, I mean, of course it would. But they're a TV show. They're there for ratings. They're for the money.
Anyway, I'm glad that you took it.
So
bullshit.
I have seen your video. I seen the video where y'all drove down from Kentucky down 31. You came down through.
What does ratings or anything have to do with you taking a lie detector test? It is nothing more than more excuses, more worthless excuses. They're for ratings, they're for money. Well, if it made you look good, you wouldn't give a damn, in my opinion. Very much so, Sunflower.
Kentucky down 31. You turned down McNerney and you went down that way and you came to the back road. So I did watch your video, and I watched y'all go through the subdivision, the cul-de-sac, and you started coming back down, and you told me, Sheila, you still over knocking?
Jenny, you're right. People would say that. I agree with you. But to me, it's not the point whether passed or not. To me, it's the point that why not take it? Why not take it? I mean, Seth could have done the same thing, right? Seth could have done the same thing. He took it. They were going to make it as convenient for him. Like, come to wherever he was to take the lie detector test. Wherever he was, they would meet him there. Right? Oh, he would, a lady, of course.
Come in over.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And actually, she could have. So the sign is posted, no trespassers. We were told by law enforcement to put that up because of certain individuals out there that took it upon themselves to walk around our property, videotaping, taking photos without permission. So we were advised by law enforcement to put that up,
Well, I mean, again, I understand nobody should be on his property. That is, I agree with him on that. But like people out there searching and stuff, walking in the road is not
But
illegal.
we've had people come and knock on the door and ask questions and talk to us.
Wow.
As long as people are respectful, we don't. We're not.
Yeah.
We have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
There you
Nothing
go.
to shy away from.
Yeah.
Now,
Have you heard him talk about Sebastian once yet? I've not heard him talk about Sebastian once. Not at all. I've heard him just proclaiming how innocent he is. They are.
and me and Katie are all on the same page with law enforcement. We just don't want to be a part of the circus.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's,
That's good.
somehow this has gotten away from our son.
Yeah.
And it's turned into this big
Very
old
touching.
circus pointing fingers and like, why? Yeah, so that was Mr. Steve Fisher. He's a private investigator. And he's licensed in 9 states. His credentials are probably some of the best out there. I mean, he has worked with TBI in East Tennessee, worked in 3 cases. He's worked all over the country.
Sure.
Wow.
I mean, so why, when he said, look, I might be able to add something I don't know. And I've talked to him. We've had conversations offline, just like how we're doing now. And our conversations eventually will lead up to, I wound up meeting with him. And I said, look,
Yeah.
I know you got some questions. And he gave me his questions. I said, well, instead of me explaining, can I show you? He said, sure.
Yeah.
So me and him got in his car. We drove around and I showed him, I said, look, from this angle here, standing here looking at this, looking at this is where you see this is where I can explain this. And keep in mind that as I explain this to you, that the foliage is out here. Back in February, the trees were naked.
Mm-hmm.
There's no leaves, there's no nuts. So everything that I'm telling you, you're not going to understand and see exactly because there's no leaves, or there's leaves on the trees, so you can't see directly where I'm pointing. Or, we went to the reverse position of where I was saying and looked down, and I said, see the foliage? You can't see where we were standing. But once this is naked, you can see all the way across the street onto the other side of the Long Hole Pike.
Sure.
And he was like, I didn't think about that. And I said, yeah. And I mean, and it's this, and this. We drove around. We saw the retention pond. I showed him which way the dog went.
Chris, the dog itself, and my brother, he used to be the canine officer for our department. And, a dog is only as good as it's been trained, and a dog is only as good as the handler that knows the indicators. And
Yeah. And I tell you what, the last few cases that I have worked, the dogs have really not done too great, to be quite honest with you. We was just talking about a case in Boston, Massachusetts, rather. And the guy drug his pregnant fiance, out about 20 yards and buried her and placed a pile of brush over her. The dogs didn't even catch it. He admitted to it. Dogs didn't even catch it, that there was someone dead there. So, especially with fresh someone dying, no, especially.
And sometimes dog handlers, like everybody else, wants their 15 minutes of fame. And, I've heard so many stories about the dogs hitting or didn't hit. And that was one of the questions we had, was about the dog and where the dog hit or did he hit and so forth like that. But again, when you got a bunch of police officers, go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you, like that first week, they had ran 13 to 18 different dogs. Our house, around the house, everything. And not all of these dogs were from one group. We had dogs from Sumner County. We had highway patrol dogs. We had professional dog trackers, ones that trained with the FBI, sent out their two best canines that they always use.
Yeah.
One of those dogs has, I think it's got like 15 bodies
Okay.
Wow.
credited to their search.
Oh, that's great
Okay.
then. Okay.
Yeah, so they brought out all these dogs and from all over the country.
Let's hear it. Let's
They
hear it.
came in. Whatever they wanted. Like I said, we didn't care. Like
Yeah.
you could have it, didn't care. And they got the scents. Now, out of those number of dogs, at least three of separate dogs went on the same path, and that path was out of our house. If you go out the front door, it went to the left, went down the side of that fence, and it comes back up to the front yard.
No. No. No and no and no. No.
And the dog jolts diagonally back left between our neighbor's house to their backyard, goes down to the street, down to the main road, Kellen, when you came in on,
Sure.
goes all the way to the top of the hill, turns right, goes into the next subdivision over, and it is tracking, and this dog is just running. And it gets to the retention pond and jumps in the retention pond. That was Max.
Yeah.
Now, three of these.
Now, this is at approximately, this is before 9:00 in the morning when this supposedly happens, from what I understand. And if it is, he wasn't even there when the dog jumped in the pond, wasn't it? It was that morning.
These dogs go in that exact same route. I only know of one that jumped in the pond, but three dogs with the.
You mean the vehicle that pulls up, goes all the way up, Kellen, turns around, comes back down, pulls on Stafford, and then someone gets out and there's flashlights? That? Which is interesting because that is how the dog tracked. Caddy corner from the yard over to like where the car is, on Stafford a little bit, makes a left, straight up Kellen.
Same route.
Wow.
Did me and Sheila on our way down there that day? Don't you need to go?
No.
Okay.
I've got. They just told me he's coming back around. So
Okay. Sheila on our way down there, she got her phone and looked up sex offenders in the area. You know, you got a sex offender, registered sex offender within 8 minutes of your address.
I don't
there's
know.
5.
Are they 5?
5 of them.
It only showed us 1, but one is enough to at least let a person know that, you know, anything's possible. And again, Everybody.
Day one, law enforcement went to all 5 registered sex offenders.
Great. Okay.
Pulled their records, know exactly their exact whereabouts,
That's great.
everything.
Okay. See, that's things like people. That's what I'm saying. As far as me as an investigator and Sheila both, as far as that, but that's things that people. We mentioned that on the way down. We didn't mention sex offender. We just said there's one. Well, I think we said
Registered
SO
SO.
because we didn't want to say sex on the YouTube.
Yeah, RSOs.
Yeah.
Or
And-
SROs, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so that's interesting. We just don't think
Correct.
that the finger point in
Correct,
time
Noah.
is now, and definitely with nothing to go on than what people's got. And Sheila and I were just, again, we're YouTubers. Of course, this is our hobby. We enjoy it. Parents don't want to hear that, or step parents, but
Oh no. I will save you the kid gloves, because Katie and I have had these conversations with law enforcement.
okay.
And it's simple. There's the answers. When all this is said and done, there's only 2 answers that are going to come out of this.
Yeah.
One, Sebastian is going to come home safe and sound, but he's going to have some, he's not going to feel. He's going to need a lot of mental psychologists.
Sure.
That sort of look for. That's what he's going to need. Or 2, Sebastian will be found dead
Yeah,
in the woods.
sure.
Yeah.
And I believe it's the latter. I honestly believe within 2 miles circumference around there. Sheila thinks around the school. She thinks she was wanting to ask Katie if he had a favorite teacher, was he comfortable going to school? All these questions.
Now, in my opinion, just my opinion, Brad and Sheila are being in agreement with him to make him feel comfortable and to get him to talk. That's the reason they are being in agreement with him and not challenging him to keep him talking, comfortable. And it's, yeah, he said that like it was nothing, wasn't it? He'll either be found, and need some psychological help, or he'll be found dead in the woods.
Questions about school, and Sheila feels that he was headed toward the school for some reason. And
So here's what I can tell you about that. Around the school, so between the high school, elementary, and the middle school, there's 400 cameras.
wow,
See, I knew there was cameras.
okay,
I mean, that includes inside, outside.
And,
There's
right.
400 cameras. They have pulled the footage from all of those cameras.
Okay.
see,
And nothing.
Yes. And I don't know if he's going to say it or not, but KK drove down there. Did he say 400 cameras? Hold on a second. They don't have 400 cameras outside, Edgar.
There's only 2 answers that are going to come out of this.
Hold on.
In the middle school, there's 400 cameras.
There probably is 400 cameras, but there's not 400 cameras outside. In the very front, I think there's 5 or 6 max that we counted. So I've been there. I've got it on recording. Check out my videos. You can even go to Google Earth and you can see them. There is, of course, KK driving like a bat out of hell that morning in the school parking lot. Doesn't stop at all. Windows rolled up. She's not looking for Sebastian, in my opinion. She knows.
wow,
See, I knew there was cameras.
okay,
I mean, that includes inside, outside.
And,
There's
right.
400 cameras. They have pulled the footage from all of those cameras.
Okay.
see,
And nothing was seen on the cameras.
Wow.
They have scoured the football field.
Yeah.
Back behind the football field, there was a field. And of course, I'm native to that area.
Sure.
So I actually went to Beach Elementary when I was a little kid.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, there's not.
You guys know that I have talked to several different staff members at Sebastian School. And remember, KK, according to them, never went back, never asked for any of his supplies, any of his stuff. The person that went back to talk to the teachers and get Sebastian stuff was Seth.
Very much in that area.
Yeah.
That somebody's like, well, I'm over here. I'm like, y'all, I can tell you're over next to so-and-so's house.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if you go up this road right here, you know, dogleg back to the left, it snakes around. And blah, blah, blah. And people are like, how do you know this? Because I'm from here.
Oh, well, that's interesting. He's saying it right there. Let's back that up a little bit.
It was seen on the cameras.
wow.
Behind the football field, there was a field. And of course, I'm native to that area.
Sure.
So I actually went to Beach Elementary when I was a little kid.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. So I mean, like I said,
He just eats it up when someone gives him agreement and attention. You can hear the excitement in his voice. Just the absolute excitement. Yeah, I'm from that area. Yeah, I went there when I was a little boy. Yeah, and I know all these back roads.
there's not very much in that area.
Yeah.
That somebody's like, well, I'm over here. I'm like, y'all, I can tell you're over next to so-and-so's house.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if you go up this road right here, you know, dogleg back to the left, it snakes around. And blah, blah, blah. And people are like, how do you know this? Because I'm from here.
Yeah, if you go back over so-and-so, the road snakes around this. Wow. Interesting.
You know, it's...
You probably played in a lot of those hills.
The school has been very, very heavily searched.
I
okay.
heard him say Sebastian.
Steve and there's a couple other folks that have thermal drones and drones and stuff like that outside of law enforcement, not with law enforcement, that we've kind of been, when we can, we get together and we're like, all right, we're going to look at this area. We're going to go search here. And we're kind of doing some, what do you call it? Like, not coordinating, but
Grid search.
sectioning off. Yeah, there you go. Grid searching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we was wondering, if a person, see, that's what they didn't do over there. And if you'll just get in the line, and that way when you go through an area,
Yeah.
you know for a fact that without a doubt there's nothing there. And then you can mark that off. If a person knew for a fact for those 2 miles around your all's place, I would feel so much more comfortable and say, okay, it's something else. He's in a vehicle. There's somebody, you know, something's more to it. But for him just to be
disappear.
gone and no vehicle going down the road, nothing like that. It's
Yeah. Sebastian, just,
I'm afraid we're gonna mess him up.
yeah, I don't want to.
No, you're fine.
Okay, don't let us mess you up there. I know you're busy. Maybe later on, if you and Katie get a chance, you sit down and talk. Like I said, you know, if you decide to talk to us or something, we'd love to do. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I'm about like you. We're straightforward. We'd love to do a video. And
Yeah, I mean, it's we all try to do what we can, and we try to answer all the questions. And everybody wants to come up with some crazy stuff, but it comes to what could have happened, what may have happened.
yeah,
You know.
oh, Sheila, you ask them.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you all think happened to little Sebastian? Do you have?
I'm down to literally. I'm only down to 2 scenarios here.
Okay.
And they
Let's hear him, Edgar.
feel probably the
See how he's more careful about these
most
things?
reasonable in my head that makes sense. So the first one is very simple.
Okay.
Sebastian got up, walked out of the house, walked out in the woods. He's out there somewhere, and we can't find him.
Okay.
That's the simple one.
That's
Right.
sometimes simple is the way it is, but go ahead.
Now the second one, Sebastian walked out of the house. Either it was planned or he was lured out of the house, or something triggered him to leave out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And walked out of the house. I personally feel he got to Long Hole Pike, and he got picked up in a car, and they headed westbound on Long Hole Pike.
Wow.
Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. So Sebastian got past all the cameras, barefooted, evaded cameras, eyes, any detection, and just, hitched a ride, or somebody picked him up. That's weirdly specific. Here, we'll replay that little part.
So the first one is very simple.
Okay.
Sebastian got up, walked out of the house, walked out in the woods. He's out there somewhere, and we can't find him.
Okay.
That's the simple one.
That's
Right.
sometimes simple is the way it is, but go ahead.
Now the second one, Sebastian walked out of the house. Either it was planned or he was lured out of the house, or something triggered him to leave out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
It was planned, or he was lured. Mm-hmm. Who would have lured him exactly? Who would have lured him? Nothing was found on his electronics, right?
And walked out of the house. I personally feel he got to Long Hole Pike, and he got picked up in a car, and they headed westbound on Long Hole Pike.
Wow.
In a car. I believe there was a car there that morning as well, but I think it was on Stafford and Kellen. And this is why? Why do you think that? Why does he think that? You got to have some reason why you think that, based upon some reason, right? Bingo. Yes, Patty. How would he know that? How would he know? Mm-hmm. No doors, windows had been disturbed nor open per Chris. That's what he says. Yep, Bogey, you're right. Mm-hmm.
And westbound goes to I-65. Now, there's a license plate reader on Long Hole Pike that goes, if you're traveling
Listen.
so if you're coming from Goodlettsville going toward Gallatin down Long Hole Pike, there's a license plate reader right there. And 76 cars from the hours of midnight to 6 a.m. were registered on that LPR.
He is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Wow.
So
that is correct. I can tell
all
you.
of those cars have been accounted for.
That's what they say. All 76 cars have been accounted for. I think, in my opinion, they need to go back and look at that. In my opinion, they need to go back and look at that. Those 76 cars.
Now, what has not been accounted for is if you were traveling westbound, so if you were going from Gallatin to Goodlettsville.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I was going to say, sorry. Hendersonville, Sumner County. Listen to this little part right here, please. Listen to this little part, please. For God's sakes, listen to this little part.
The one camera that could have picked anything up.
I'm going to back that up just a little bit because
going toward Gallatin down Long Hollow Pike. There's a license plate reader right there, and 76 cars from the hours of midnight to 6 a.m. were registered on that LPR.
Okay. Wow.
So all of those cars have been accounted for. Now, what has not been accounted for is if you were traveling westbound, so if you were going from Gallatin to Goodlettsville,
Mm-hmm.
the one camera that could have picked anything up was not working. Hadn't been working for 3 years. And that's at Long Hollow Pike and New Shackle, right there at the corner of by the school.
Wow.
And it hasn't worked for 3 years. Now, whether or not they're going to work it out, I don't know. But it hadn't worked for 3 years. So anybody going, like I said, westbound down Long Hollow Pike could have picked.
Nobody really knew about how many cars I did, but not a lot of people did publicly until this right here.
Picked up Sebastian, picked him in a car, hauled butt down to I-65, and you'd have never known.
Hold on,
It was not working. Hadn't been working for 3 years. And that's at Long Hollow Pike and New Shackle, right there at the corner of by the school.
Wow.
And it hasn't worked for 3 years. Now, whether or not they're going to work it out, I don't know. But it hadn't worked for 3 years. So anybody going, like I said, westbound down Long Hollow Pike could have picked up Sebastian, picked him in a car, hauled butt down to I-65, and you'd have never known.
That was our
Wow.
second.
Yeah.
This morning we were talking. We've been on it all day again, but and we talked of our first one, of course, is he wandered off. The second one is we talked about a sex offender or somebody, just a crime of opportunity.
And see, I mean, that's all I have to go on. I mean,
Yeah.
all of Sebastian's shoes are accounted for. So this is what's going to kind of throw you off a little bit. Sebastian, all of his shoes are at the house.
Right.
All of my shoes are accounted for. All of Kitty's shoes are accounted for.
Sure. I'm not sure I believe that part.
So Sebastian walking out in the middle of the woods.
Finally, 44 minutes into this, you say Sebastian's name.
Yeah.
I struggle with that one because Sebastian was not a tomboy.
Yeah.
He really wasn't.
That's.
I mean,
okay.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but a fly, spiders,
Ooh.
even like a Charlotte spider, Sebastian freaks out. That's not him. Now, granted, we used to have snakes, and he was all about the ball pythons. He He was all about that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But insects,
We're going to go back to what he says there about
Oh,
half
God
a
love
hollow,
his heart.
about
God love
he
his
was not
heart.
a
and
kid
all
that
that.
liked to get out there in the dirt and play with cars and trucks and Tonka toys like we all used to do as kids back when kids could be kids,
Sure.
you know?
So he didn't go out
That's
into.
not Sebastian.
So he.
Well, mother chicken, fuck, you didn't let him be a kid to begin with.
He
In
didn't
my
like to go
opinion.
hiking or nothing like that then.
He liked hiking, but it wasn't like as we all used to do as kids, where we just walk off in the woods and we just
Right.
didn't care and walk our way back home. No, we used to go hiking when we lived in California down trails and stuff. I mean, all that stuff has been marked
Right.
and they're well known and stuff like that. And that stuff, yes, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bless his heart.
Well, listen, buddy, we appreciate you calling us.
Thank you
That's-
so
yeah.
much.
That's if it don't never go no farther than this, we've enjoyed at least and you haven't told us nothing that we didn't figure. I mean, you're exactly what I figured you would be like.
No, I got nothing to hide. I mean, me and Katie, and this is going to sound very off, but me and Katie are kidless.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter lives in New Mexico with my ex-wife.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Sebastian lived with us.
Yeah.
And we don't have either one of our kids.
And you said you didn't want Sebastian around your daughter.
Well, I mean, we're guilty because we're not a Hallmark drama ETV story.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. He's never been dramatic. Not Edgar.
Katie's not out there dropping to her knees in the middle of the yard,
Yeah.
screaming and crying,
Yeah.
and I'm not out there just ripping everybody's heads off.
Yeah.
And
Oh, God, have mercy on his poor soul. I'm telling you, Lord, the freaking, in my opinion, lies. Lord, forgive him.
like, just like, that's not me.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I have that side.
Yeah. Yeah. I think.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Why didn't you talk about your trip going down to, being home a day and then, going back down to get your RV? Why didn't you tell them that two people were with you that night? You remember? We were down there, I don't know, we were down there maybe 17, 19 hours. Oh, when I say we, I don't mean KK. No, it was we. It wasn't KK, but there were two other people with you.
I think we all do. And I think
It's
that's
just
what's.
not the time.
Yeah.
That evening.
Yeah. And
100.
hi, buddy, we're
Praying for you.
yeah, we're praying for you. That's for sure. And we feel for you, feel for both of you, and just wish you the best. And if we can ever do anything, we're a phone call
Well,
away.
on a funny note, Katie didn't understand when somebody brought it up to us that y'all were looking, and she goes, "Well, the Hatfields and McCoys are involved now." And I said, "In what capacity?"
Yeah.
Because I said, "There could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. That just kind of depends."
Yeah.
What do you mean? I said, "Do you not know the history of the Hatfields and McCoys?" And she goes, no. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the longest running family feuds
Yeah.
in the entire history of the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm both.
And she was like, what? I said, oh, it's a deadly feud.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a well,
Yeah.
you called me a name and I'm gonna call. No, people were killed in
Yes.
the Hatfields and McCoys.
Oh.
And this was back in Prohibition days, and she was like, huh? I said, yeah. Bless your heart, you don't know the history. She's like, no.
Yeah.
She's, but I know they got a museum in Gatlinburg. I said,
My great grandmother was Nancy Hatfield. My great grandfather was Asa McCoy. I'm actually both. And that's where we were born and raised at. Sheila and I.
Okay.
I'm actually
Preacher aunts was your great
we're related. I mean, I'm right down the line with DNA and all. That's another thing that gets me with your all's cases. Over the years, Sheila and I we have these Hatfields come out and McCoys, and they say I'm related here. I'm related. And first thing I done was take a DNA years ago to show people, But these people to this day have never taken a DNA, but they claim to be. Well, if you are who you say you are, there's easy things out there to do. And Sheila and I have really our investigative skills, and again, what we done over there was God.
Right.
We was in those woods for 6 days. I went in a sinner that I never thought I would be able to straighten up because I had gotten hard with 40 years of police work. I was hard. I'd seen things and done things and God, in those 6 days between him and Sheila, he softened me, and everybody thought, and they think that we solved that case. God solved that. God
showed us where to go.
God led us to those birds, and then Sheila's nose to that. I don't know if you've seen that video or not. It's on our YouTube where we've actually found the body while we're live streaming, and that was God, and it just changed my whole life. Now the next thing we hear is look for Sebastian Rogers. We'd never heard of Sebastian. At first we kept just pushing it aside because we're not. That was God. That wasn't us. We didn't do nothing special. And but then after a while we got up one morning, and that's the day we come down there. Sheila said, what are we gonna do today, or something like that? And I said, you wanna drive down to Henderson? We done said we wasn't going to go. And we ended up in Hendersonville, and we ended up going up that graveyard, and we ended up just trying to see if God leads us here, leads us there. And none of us, God's got a plan in life no matter what it is. We're not going to change what his plan is, but at least we can go where we think we need to be and do what we can. Maybe the cops know something that they're not telling everybody. I don't know, but it certainly isn't in nothing that Sheila and I have seen. And we got on there the other night, and we put it out there and said, hey, we'd like to talk to the parents. There's two sides to every story. There's three sides. This, you got Seth, you got you and Katie, and then you've got what really happened to Sebastian. So
see, the problem with a lot of people out there doing this is they let that alligator mouth overload their little tadpole behinds.
Well, that's true.
And my question to everybody is when you eat crow, do you prefer mustard or just straight?
Yeah.
Because when the truth comes out,
and that's
called wrong.
Very confident.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear the apologies. Now, will we ever get them? Probably.
If you ever, you all talk, and if you ever want, we're here. We will do anything we can for you. We've got some questions. I don't care to let Sheila take a snapshot of them and send them to you. You can see our questions, and you know what?
I mean, we can't even go to church without being photographed.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That was one of our questions. Do you all go to church?
Yes, sir. We try to go when we can.
It's free.
The problem is, even at our church, that
people.
You would think that people are supposed to be there for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they might be, but they still need to do a lot of digging and a lot of searching to find the goodness.
Yeah.
Because people go online as soon as church is over. They were at church.
I don't think he was at church. I think it was KK that was at church, from what I remember.
Today, how dare they show their face? Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Like, and what gives you the right to say that I can't be at church. What gives you the right to say that?
Yeah. Yeah. I arrested a guy's son one night for DUI. We went to the same church for years, and I thought he loved us, made over. It's like, I was the chief of police and went to church that next Sunday, that morning, Saturday night. I arrested his son and come in there and reach out to shake hands like we'd done for years, and turned his back on me. And I thought, wow. And me, no way I would lie or fib or anything on his son. He knew his son was guilty, but it was like, I may have kept his son from getting killed or killing somebody that night, drunk. But that was the last time that I was in that church. It was just, it really broke my heart. But so I don't know. Don't, buddy, it says a personal relationship. We're to have a personal, you're sitting there in that loader. You can sit there and talk to the good Lord and have as good as you can in any church. So just don't let that get you down.
Well, we've started doing this. Actually, so a gentleman from I think it was North or South Carolina, he reached out to me, and he's a pastor, and we talked through messages, Facebook Messenger. He's got us doing this grievance course.
Oh, wow.
So he's got a workbook and a journal, and there's videos, and we're fixing to start getting into this grievance course.
Sure.
And I told Kay, I said, maybe we should do this. I said, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah.
I said, we're always grieving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing.
Maybe this just might be a way to ease it. Maybe. I don't know. I said, but we got to try something.
Yeah. Sheila lost her father 2 months ago, and a month later, she lost her only sister. And then a couple of weeks later, we find that body over there, and so she had it rough for. So yeah, that can't hurt. Anything like that's got to be. Try to stay on the straight and narrow, and think positive. Pray, and that's all you can do in something like this. I wouldn't want to be where you're at. I know that.
Bless your heart.
But this is my cell phone number. You can call me, text me, whatever. A lot of times if I don't answer, I'll send a text message back or whatever.
We'll try not to bother you.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. Trust me. Yeah. You are fine.
Well, we've enjoyed it. We definitely enjoy our conversation. We was coming back this yesterday, and we got to we went over and covered. I don't know if you've seen that lady that killed her mother and then cut her arms and legs off and her head and put her in the oven and all that. Have you seen that in Kentucky?
Yeah.
We covered that, and on our way back, we our Hummer broke down. Our number 3 plug or something, coil or something went out, so it's in the shop. And because we were coming back down there just to look around and just to
Look near the manholes, so to see about that.
See, all that stuff has changed so much since. Hey, Chris, would there be any bears out in February? Would that be too early for bear, or do y'all have a bear population there?
So there's been one sighting of a bear, and we don't have bears normally in our area. If we do, it's very, very rare.
Okay.
We have more coyotes, deer, foxes. Small stuff. Most of the bears are going to be out east.
Okay. That was our question.
Yeah.
Now don't take this the wrong way, but if I'm walking through the woods, I'm not going without having a gun.
Sure.
Well, if something does come upon something, it's,
Well, we do too.
Yeah, we're the same way. So like I said, when we're out searching, we've got that PI, Steve Fisher. He's with us. We got a couple of locals who we trust. They go out looking with us, and like so, most of us all have drones. Sure.
So and we all try to utilize whatever sources we got to do whatever searching we can.
Well, listen, we're going to let you get off
Yeah,
here,
we kept you
and
long enough.
it's been great talking to you. You know what we'd like to do. So if you and Katie ever decide, you give us a call or a text, and we're at your convenience.
Anytime you need to, sir, like I said, reach out. And I'll be talking to Katie here in a little while, probably when I get off work. And then that way she'll let me know. And we'll discuss it, and she'll
Yes,
probably
sir.
be up for it.
Sure. She'll love Sheila.
We're praying for you all, so
You tell her that Sheila's got her in her prayers, both of you.
I haven't
and,
stopped praying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, because we need all the ones we can get.
That's right. That's right. Well, Chris, you be safe out there on that equipment, buddy, and good talking to you.
Likewise, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye, and call me Fred, Chris. Ain't no sir. It's Fred,
I'm
pal.
going to call you, sir.
You take it easy, buddy.
You too, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. What'd you think, guys?
Very, very, very good. I want to go back to that part where they talk about where he thinks it's
By the school.
Wow.
Yeah, listen to this.
And we talked.
At the house.
Right.
All of my shoes are accounted for. All of Katie's shoes are accounted for.
Hold on. This little part.
Mess him up.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I'm about like
Yeah.
you. We're straightforward. We
Some crazy stuff when it comes to what could have happened, what may have happened.
yeah.
Okay.
And they, what I feel probably the most reasonable in my head that makes sense. So the first one is very simple.
Okay.
Sebastian got up, walked out of the house, walked out in the woods.
Hold on. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this on Google Earth. Thank you to Fred and Sheila, Mr. Fred and Sheila, Hatfield and McCoy's guys. Sub up for the replay crew. Link is provided in the description. You'll definitely want to sub up to them. Very good individuals, and really, really care. Let's see the way he's talking about locals. You might need to guide me. Okay. I'm going to make this more full. Okay. Now, oh, my phone's going to die if I'm not careful. Okay. And we are at 41. Okay.
Simple is the way it is, but go ahead. Now the second one, Sebastian walked out of the house. Either it was planned or he was lured out of the house. Something triggered him to leave the house. And walked out of the house. I personally feel he got to the long hole pipe. And
Okay. Long Hollow Pike, right? And this is obviously Long Hollow Pike. This is Long Hollow Pike. The main road right there, right? So he would have had to come out of his house, right? Go either this direction or this direction. Okay, Long Hollow Pike, okay.
he got picked up in a car and they headed westbound on Long Hall Pike.
Wow.
Okay, westbound. Let's see here. So this would be north, east, or north, south, east. This would be westbound, right? Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. So westbound. Right here. Okay.
Westbound goes to 65.
Okay. Westbound goes to I-65. Now, I-65 is right over here. I-65 is right over here. Okay. Let's see what else he says.
The license plate reader on Long Haul Pike, it goes, if you're traveling eastward, so if you're coming from Goodlettsville going toward Gallatin down Long Haul Pike, there's a license plate reader right there. And 76 cars from the hours of midnight to 6 a.m. were registered on that LP.
Okay. Wow.
So all of those cars have been accounted for. Now, what has not been accounted for is if you were traveling westbound, so if you were going from Gallatin to Goodlettsville, the one camera.
Gallatin to Goodlettsville. Okay. Here's Goodlettsville, right? Let's see here. Okay. Here's Goodlettsville. Okay. Right here. All right.
That could have picked anything up was not working. Hadn't been working for 3 years. And that's at Long Haul Pike and New Shackle right there at the corner of by the school.
Wow.
So he's where he's talking about right here. Let me just show you. Now he's talking about right here. And there are cameras here. Can't remember where the hell they are, but right there's one, I'm pretty sure. I think I got to go through this if I recall correctly. Right there's one. Yeah, that's one. Let me go over here and go back. One. I've got this on a recording too, how many cameras there are. Some of my videos. Can't remember. There's more than one right here. I know that. It's definitely more than one. I thought there was one. I know there's more than one here. Has to be. Yeah, there is. Maybe if I go like this. Might be on the other side there. Anyway, there's more than one. This is how far. This is Sebastian School. Right there. And this. There's the fire department back there. And this is where did I already pass it? It's right up here. It only takes you a few feet. This is where the entrance of the neighborhood is. Okay. Let me get back here. See what he says. I got a new interview to show y'all.
For 3 years now. Wasn't nothing that worked, but it hadn't worked for 3 years. So anybody going, like I said, westbound, down Long Hollow Pike, picked up Sebastian, picked him in a car, all but down to I-65, and you never know. This morning we were talking. We've been on it all day again, but and we talked. Our first one, of course, he wandered off. The second one is we talked about a sex offender or somebody, just a crime of opportunity. Yeah, see, I mean that's all I have to go on. I mean, all the Sebastian shooters are accounted for. So this is what's going to kind of throw you.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Seth has a rock solid alibi. No way can he blame. No, hell no. No. It's not even negotiable. Okay. All right. I want to show y'all this, guys. Coming out today. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that thumbs up button. Look a little Sebastian, bless his heart.
4.5 since 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his Hendersonville home.
And since then, his father says he's had no answers from investigators. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 5. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry shows us what he's doing this week to change that.
I'd like to know where Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is.
He deserves to be at home. He deserves to be around somebody that loves him.
Sebastian Rogers vanished in February 2024. Search efforts stretched across Sumner County, bringing in the TBI, FBI, and multiple local agencies. But after a little over a week, Sumner County Sheriff's Office announced they were scaling back and shifting their focus on the investigative side. Since March of last year, the Sheriff's Office hasn't held a press conference on the case. And Seth Rogers, the father of Sebastian, says his calls to investigators have gone unanswered.
They won't speak to me since I sent them an email telling them about 15 things they needed to check. And if they hadn't done it, then you haven't done your job.
A year and a half later, Seth Rogers says he still has had no answers from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and that's why he's out here today, demanding.
That's what a father does. He's there. Alone today. Tomorrow, there will be people there. But he wanted to do it alone today. And that's what a father does. Where's Edgar and KK? What are they doing? The more quiet it is for them.
To know an update to his son's case.
Why you up there in that office? I hope you're working on finding my son, because I'm waiting.
With a microphone in hand, joined by friends and supporters holding signs reading "Justice for Sebastian," Seth says he won't stop.
I don't get to take my son hunting or fishing. I don't get to play video games with him. I don't get to play cards. I don't get to watch movies. I get nothing while you're up there in your office.
We just want Sumner County to do something different to get different results.
Even retiring Sumner County District Attorney Ray Whitley says he is anxious to see this case solved.
There is more work to be done than certainly we.
Come on, Ray. Come on. Hand it over. You should have handed it over.
Want to have answers at some point, and I hope and pray that we do.
But Seth says until that happens, he is not leaving. He plans to stand outside the Sumner County Sheriff's Office every day this week, and for, quote, as long as it takes. He's asking for the community to join him.
Do you expect your children to be safe? Because for the last year and a half. My son isn't. And he's not doing his job to get it done.
News 2 reached out to the Sumner County Sheriff for a statement. He says this is still an active investigation in the department.
Yeah, it's actively doing nothing. You obviously fucking clear somebody then. Can you do that after, I don't know, a year and a half? Can you clear somebody? How about let's clear some people? That would be a start. You can't clear anybody after a year and a fucking half? Yeah. Tell us if all the parents are cleared. How about that? That's all. If you can't give that fucking answer in a year and a half, give it up. So many people could respect you more if you just give an answer. Or if you don't want to give that answer, give it up. And it is about egos. It is about egos. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think they want to hand it over because, in my opinion, they don't want to be scrutinized for their work. That's my opinion. Nicole, I don't think Sebastian has been alive since the sun rose of the morning. Before the sun rose, I should say. Oh, since I thought I text you back, honey. Did I not text you back? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Department is continuing to follow leads in coordination with the FBI and TBI. If you have any information regarding Sebastian Rogers' whereabouts, you're asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838 or the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Haley.
Okay.
The first Republican debate.
So, God bless you, Seth. God bless you. And very, very sad. Very sad. You know, Summer Wells has been missing 4 years. Sebastian, a year and a half. Just crazy. I was listening this morning. I think it was Betty. She was saying that Craddock, Sheriff Snuggle Struggle, he went to get asked for a raise. Ask for a raise, not more funding for Sebastian's case or other things, but he's been there a year and is asking, allegedly, from what Betty was saying, I think it was Betty, for a raise. Justin, is CP telling an Australian, let alone American, that KK didn't know? No, she knew who the Hatfield McCoys was. Katie knew who the Hatfield McCoys was. Yeah. Maybe you're right, actually. Mohawk, what did they say? I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. But it's a crock of shit. It's a crock of shit. Again, these cases, number one, nobody should be able to go back inside a home and spend the night when a child goes missing. Number one. Number two, should have never let Ed go back to Mississippi, in my opinion. And especially, why did he need two people to go with him? I mean, Eric wasn't voted in, right? He was next in line. And just that video ain't nothing. Yeah. Where was this? Just for reminders, folks. Just for reminders.
08 Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised that the new 15-year-old male is not in the bed. Medium white male, 30 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Two does have a form of Catholicism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight.
It's the first time it's happened, meaning they immediately are saying, KK, Edgar, immediately saying he left. He's never ran away before. He ran away. He's never done it before. Your kid, you wake up in the morning, God forbid your kid not be in your home. You're not going to know what the fuck happened. You're not going to know what happened. You're going to be confused as hell. You're not going to think, oh, well, he just ran off. The fuck? That is not true. You're not just going to say, oh, he walked out when he's never done it before. Craddock was running against Sonny in the upcoming election, then Sonny passed. So Craddock is the... Really? I did not know that, Mohawk. He's never done this before. Well, fuck, he didn't do it that night either, in my opinion.
The doors are locked at this time.
Doors unlocked. Didn't take any shoes. Didn't take us nothing. Didn't even leave a scent. Didn't even leave a scent. Nothing on camera. No sightings. Nothing.
47-180, 412. Juvenile. Left his son at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a baby blue Infiniti.
Oh, with their windows rolled up. With the windows rolled up. How interesting. How interesting. I got videos for days.
Well, that the Sumner County Sheriff's Office has reiterated that people should be keeping their own personalized searches around their property. The Sheriff's Office also is asking people to check their home surveillance videos, specifically between last Sunday afternoon through
Last Sunday afternoon, you know, way before, hours before Sebastian even thought about going missing. If that doesn't tell you, in my opinion, that shit was going on Sunday afternoon, I don't know what the hell to tell you.
Monday morning. And so keep searching through your video. Again, if you have if you have video that is of interest, you can send that directly to Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and we have where you can upload it on our website, newschannel5.com. Well, that the Sumner County Sheriff's Office has reiterated that people should be keeping their own personalized searches around their property. The Sheriff's Office also is asking people to check their home surveillance videos, specifically between last Sunday afternoon.
But I didn't get all of this one for some reason. But here it says he is, quote, drawn to small spaces and he is, quote, active at night. Who told him that? Who told him that he was active at night? I would like to know. I would like to know that. Wouldn't you? This is our friend, deception detective, also known as the Big DD around here.
To the table, and let's exercise every possibility of enhancing this video, looking at whatever, and tackling what it is to get an answer.
Now, this is your chance to respond, to speak out, to speak your mind, whatever it is that you want to say. But you know, no matter what the story is, there are always people who will point
Of course, Nicole.
fingers. What do you want to say to anyone out there who wants to say that one of you could have something to do with Sebastian's disappearance?
I would say to pause and to think, and I would say to consider the sources of information. Try to make sure that you're
Yeah.
getting legitimate information. Avoid the rumors. And I would say that everyone should pause and remember why we all came together in the first place. And that is because Sebastian's missing, and because I'd like to believe that we all want to find him. And no matter what any
I would like to
people
believe
back
that
to the
too.
table.
I would like to believe that too, but sadly, I don't. Sadly, I don't. At all.
Exercise every.
speak out, to speak your way, that I'd like to believe that we
Did I pick this twice? One second, y'all. I pulled up the wrong one. I would like to believe that too, but no. Let me find this one. Is this in it? Okay. Let me play this real quick. This is other talking about.
For sure, it's a lot of what I didn't see. So when you're watching this clip and you understand what's going on, I would expect to see, and I'm sure you all can agree, more emotion. You know, if this was your 15-year-old son who is now missing, I would expect to see more visible emotion, maybe even some shaking and an actual tear. And we're just not seeing that here. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. And something else I'm noticing is that the interaction between Chris and Katie, they don't make eye contact at all. I would think if this was your stepson and your son, they would maybe be a little more closer, physically supporting each other. But it's just like this kind of random, she looks over this way. When he's talking, he's not looking at her. She's not looking at him. She does kind of glance over in his direction as almost to get approval for what she's saying. But there's really something that feels off here. But my biggest thing is the lack of emotion that is being shown.
Dr. Carol Lieberman, what did you see? What did you notice? What's significant here?
Well, there's a huge difference between this couple and Sebastian's father. I mean, his father is acting like someone generally acts when their son is missing, and they're very devastated by it. I think they looked like robots, first of all, no feeling. But in particular, I think she looks like the typical woman who has been abused. I've treated a number of women who have been abused, and it's like this, not only robot-like, but her eyes down, deferred. Even when she looks at him, it's like kind of for approval, but it's more than that. It's like that she has been, she's afraid. There's some fear there. And I think that he has a lot of control over her. And when he was telling Sebastian's father, yes, let's have Sebastian live with you, she would have felt betrayed. If she wants Sebastian living with her, she would have felt betrayed by Chris. And that would have led to a lot of tension in the household.
Lauren, does the story itself?
They wanted Sebastian. They tried to get him out sooner, right? With the homes and all that.
And that would have led to a lot of tension in the household.
Lauren, does the story itself make sense to you? Are there other things that you need to fill in what happened here?
It's a lot of detail that is not necessary, and I can tell you that happens when people are lying, like the size of that popcorn.
Colossal.
Colossal. It doesn't add any weight or any kind of anything to
1000%.
finding your son.
It's just filler. It's useless filler to make it sound like you're actually speaking about something.
And I need to know why these people are not searching, and I need to know why they've left town.
Tiffany Lee.
Good questions, madam. Good questions. Very good questions, actually. Here is the Hendersonville Police Department. And the Sumner County. I've got them both. Oops, did I mute it? Okay. Just give it a second.
You have reached the Hendersonville Police Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. To request an officer at your location, press 1. To speak to the on-duty desk officer, press 2. To report a property maintenance codes violation, press 8. To reach a specific division, press 3. If you know the extension or voicemail of the party you are trying to reach, press 4. For a listing of police personnel by name, press 5.
Just listen.
Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
You have reached the Sumner or Hendersonville Police Department. If this is an emergency, so by their 11th word or so, it tells you call 911 if this is an emergency. Now check this one out. Now listen to this one.
Thank you for calling the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Thank you for calling the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you need to reach the jail,
Sumner County Police Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Can we get 40 more thumbs up? Come on, y'all. Let's hit me, baby, one more time. Can we? Can we get 40 more, 40 more, 40 more? Going once, twice. 1 second here. I think it's this. 1 second. See what this one is. I've got so many videos. My God. Just ridiculous amount when it comes to Sebastian's case.
Yes, now the FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for any information that leads to the missing 15-year-old with autism.
I hope that's the catalyst to make something move.
Ken Widener with Sumner County EMA heads up the continuing search effort for Sebastian. Today,
I hope that's the catalyst to make something move. Well, that means someone has to know that there is something going on here, right? For there to be a reward and for that to make something move, it means someone's got to know something, right?
Date, they found no trace of the teen. Yes, it's possible Sebastian wandered off on his own,
Listen.
but the FBI reward money concedes the very real possibility of foul play.
Yes.
Yeah, that very real possibility of foul play, which I say it is foul play because I've got the email.
Somebody were to have done something, and they told somebody something, it may be what it takes for that person to get that off their chest and make the right decision.
And now the TBI references the reward for information leading to Sebastian or to the arrest and conviction of those responsible for his disappearance. Now, remember, investigators have never named any suspects. Any evidence of foul play?
We have not cleared anyone, but we have absolutely no evidence to support foul play.
Still, after 6 months with...
Well, that was at 6 months, Mr. Craddock. Now we are at 16 months. Right? Wait. June, July. Yeah, 16 months. No, 18 months. 18 months. And if you cannot clear anyone after 18 fucking months, get off of it, please. Please. If you can't even clear someone.
No good leads, everyone wonders how a child alone could vanish without a trace. So the hope is someone out there knows something and calls in the key tip to 1-800-TBI-FIND and helps solve the mystery of what happened to Sebastian Rogers. Nick Barris, News Channel 5. I know there's not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant.
The mere sources close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that someone is around the home is significant.
In an area behind the teen's home. Since we first aired the video last month, authorities have said no evidentiary value.
It is of no evidentiary value.
Can you tell me what those lights are?
No.
Why?
Because the investigation remains ongoing.
Yeah.
And so it could play a role down the road depending on developments?
We don't know what we don't know. So yes, it could play a role.
I know.
So, if you don't know nothing, give it up. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Beachy. Yep. It sure does. Sure does. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really, really do appreciate you. You guys are amazing.
Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher!
I'm too sexy for these curls. Too sexy for these curls. Too sexy. It swirls. I'm too sexy for this sookie sookie. Too sexy for this sookie sookie. No way I'm disco dancing. I'm a model, you know what I mean. And I do my little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk. On the catwalk. I shake his little tush on the catwalk.
Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Katie! Christopher! Oh Lord, kumbaya.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
My ass.
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
Sebastian, he was caught playing his Nintendo or whatever he said, and yeah, I just want to be an excuse to be, a pet cat. Take his pet cat.
A pet cat. A pet cat. A pet cat. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at Chris.
Gerald Daugherty wants to watch the videotape.
Is that Chris?
Girl, how I look? Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better. Girl, bye.
The following is an actual video of Edgar answering the phone as a teenager.
Hello? Hello? I said don't disturb you, I'm cleaning my room!
Lie detector determined that was a lie. You said no.
Yeah, me my cocoa butter cheese. Yeah, right there. Give me a kiss. Damn, you got to be an Instagram model or something. Here, put this shit on your gram right here. There you go. Yeah, give me a kiss. Don't move. This one going on the wall in my trailer.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Sebastian had gotten in trouble. He got caught lying, and I had asked him. I said, "Hey, you got to have a punishment for this."
I had asked.
And drive a diesel truck, Chevrolet.
Year.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 2021. I think.
No, it's
So you're.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 2021. I think.
Kiss my musty hutch. Kiss my musty hutch. Okay?
Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
They can shut their chicken tone, chicken bone, Google Chrome, no home flip phone, disown ice cream cone, garden gnome, student loan, full blown Indiana Jones, overgrown Flintstone, X and Y chromosome, Fred Zone, Sylvester Stallone, AutoZone, professionally seen silver Patron, head the fuck up. Okay. How you doing? Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you all. Hello, Mr. Rogers. I understand. But when I say musty hutch, you know who I mean. You know who I mean. She can kiss my musty hutch, honey. Yeah. So there's that. I'm looking 1 second here. Okay, wrong one. What's going on? Ooh, something just dropped. Guys, I'm going to play something very quickly on Emmanuel Harrow. 2 seconds. It just dropped 6 minutes ago.
Emmanuel Haro appear in court for the first time today as they are formally charged with murder.
Authorities say the couple fabricated the story about their baby's kidnapping and say the little boy is presumed dead. KTLA's Jillian Smuckler live at the courthouse with today's proceedings. Jillian.
Hi, guys. Yeah, so the parents charged with murdering their 7-month-old baby, they appeared in court for the first time today. And this as new court documents are giving us some insight into when investigators believe Emmanuel Haro could have been killed. They say that could have happened 9 days before his mother reported him missing.
Thank you,
And that's
Donna.
sparking new
Thank you,
concerns
Dave.
tonight as
Thank
that
you very much.
search for baby Emmanuel continues. An eventful day in Riverside as Rebecca and Jake Haro make their first appearance in court. The couple is charged with killing their 7-month-old baby, Emmanuel, and filing a false police report. These charges carry a minimum sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. But KTLA legal analyst Allison Treasel says the murder with malice charge makes the couple eligible for the death penalty.
It's situations where there's torture or extreme cruelty or something of that nature that would qualify for the enhancement of the malice charge.
But we're going to have to wait a bit
Good.
longer to find out what prosecutors will be pushing for. The parents appeared in court for.
I hope if it does turn out to be no, it is foul play in Sebastian's case, right? I hope it's the same thing.
Less than 5 minutes today, each showing up without their own attorneys.
Initially, we received word that one or both would have private counsel. It appears that neither have private counsel. We cannot represent both.
They say they're hopeful they'll have a new attorney picked out by later next week. We spoke with one man about what he noticed watching the couple sit handcuffed in that courtroom.
The presence it felt disgusting in there. It felt like it felt different. You didn't feel like safe or anything.
While it didn't last long, dozens of people showed up today to show their support for the 7-month-old baby whose body still hasn't been found.
I didn't get an opportunity to be a mom, but the minute I saw the minute I saw him, my gut, I just knew that something happened.
It pissed me off. I'm a mama with
Go,
a
Jenny.
2-year-old, and I would never think of
It pissed me off. I'm with you, girl.
harming her in any type
I like
of way
her.
like these piece of did.
My husband knows and everybody knows I have been night and day thinking about this child and praying that he is found.
These newly filed charges come nearly 2 weeks after Emmanuel was first reported missing, sparking a desperate search to find him.
We so do.
The good news is we are expecting to get an update on the case and the search for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. The district attorney's office and the county sheriff's office, they're holding a joint press conference tomorrow morning, and they're expected to give us a lot more information on the case. I know a lot of people are eager to hear from them. We were hoping that that would happen earlier today without a...
Yeah. What time is the press conference tomorrow? There. I don't remember what time it is. It's 8 or 10 o'clock, right? Something like that. 8 or 10 o'clock. So 10:30. So 11:30. So 1:30 my 8 a.m. I'm seeing two different things. When is it tomorrow? Thank you, Miss Shannon. 8. $10 Pacific. Can you be more Pacific? I'm just kidding. Okay. Well, guess what? If the Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll be live. I will be live 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live before that. Bet your assets. I will be. Guys, do you know you're amazing? Thank you so much for being here. I want you to know that. If you can join Seth tomorrow even if you just drive by and give him a hug, or shake his hand, or just let him know you're there to support. 5 minutes, even. It would mean more to him than you could ever realize. So if you can, if you are in the area, he's going to be out there all week. And you can just about bet, in my opinion, that Edgar and KK will not be. Will not be. Thank you, Janine. Love you too, Robin. So if you go to that channel I told you earlier, she will be posting videos throughout the day. Thank you, Mama of an Angel. Appreciate you guys. All right, guys. Thank you, Miss Sherry. Thank you all. Shannon, Eileen, always. Mama of an Angel, everyone. Sherry, Soldier Girl, Kaz, Linda, Ruby. Who else? Love Wins, Kathleen, Tracy, Shannon, YouTuber, Gemini, Tracy, Sense of Soul, Soldier, Bogey, Karen, Mohawk, Meep, Ellie, Summer Dog, Eileen, Sassy, Mallory, Janine, Bo, Tina, Shannon, Sherry, Soldier, Kaz, Mama of an Angel, Stormy, Crazy, Dawn, Bogey, Lolo. Anyone else typing? I've said some of your names 3 times. Kathleen, MCE, Soldier, Liberty, Laura, Tracy, Liberty again, once, Linda, Kathleen, Kennedy, Aurora, Soldier, Knitted, Meep. Thank you all so much for joining me. And you out there in the bushes, I love you so much as well. And thank you to my replay crew. If you haven't yet subscribed, you know you wanna just get your little finger and just tap it. That subscribe button. We are growing by leaps and bounds. And hit that bell so you don't miss a thing. Okay? Josephine, take care of your guinea pigs. Gemini, Zelda, good to see you, darling. Dina, Donna, Liberty, Lover Girl, Kaz, Kelly, Joe, Ruby, Love Wins, good to see you all. Patty, when Sebastian's mom heard that loud noise, why didn't she go in his room? Because that would make sense, right? That would make sense. Grandma, good to see you. Ash, Vision Blue, Sandwich. Good night, everyone. Dawn, acting badly. Hello, darling. How you been? Good to see you. Linda, bonjour. Oui, oui. All right, guys. Alibi, honey. Amen, girl. I know I'm going to be at 40,000 again, hopefully. All right, guys. Good night. Vision, good to see you. Leslie, Love Wins. Katie, Bo, Summer Dog. Good night. Love you guys.